Alright, it's a dinosaur deck profile. What I said about that Flew on Breeze deck profile, or not deck profile, the combo video. Getting around to it, but I want to make more deck profiles, so yeah. We're gonna do dinosaur one. So, first up is 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. You have to banish 2 dinosaurs to summon it, except if you're summoning it off of the 1 pill spell in the deck. Then you can quick effect Book of Moon, I believe. Yes. All your opponent's monsters. And it can attack all your opponent's monsters. Finally, hold on, just have another card. Finally, if it attacks a defense position monster, which it can use its effect to put it in defense position, you can send it to the graveyard before damage calculation, before anything happens, and deal 1,000 damage. That's not once per turn. Next up is 1 Transcendiosaurus Meteorus. Probably messed up that name, but whatever. Cannot be normal summoned or set. It's got to be summoned by an effect, and it has an effect to summon itself. So during your turn, you can destroy 2 dinosaur monsters in your hand and summon it. Then you can foolish a dinosaur. So what you do is you summon this, try to get advantage off of like Baby Ceratosaurus, and then you foolish Miscellaneousaurus, which is only a 1 of, which, you want any way to foolish it. 1 Mad Flame Kaiju because it's a dinosaur, it's fodder, and it's a kaiju, so it has an attack, but, we don't care about that in the dinosaur deck. 3 Xenometeorus. If a card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon it. Then you can destroy another dinosaur in your hand or field to summon a dinosaur normal monster. We do play a Garnet in the deck. It is 40 cards, so if you see the Garnet, it's not the end of the world, but you don't have your Xenometeorus really online. And the Garnet is Frostosaurus. 6 plus 6, 12. There's a little 12 dinosaur synchro. There's another Garnet, which isn't too bad. Like, these aren't horrible to draw. Megalo Smasher X. It's just another thing you can summon off of Meteors. 1 Giant Rex. You do some banishing. You can set it or whatever. And then just 2,000 attack beater. 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor. Required. Absolutely required. It is the Stratos. Oh, yeah, it can foolish a dinosaur too, so, card balance. And the foolish target, Miscellaneousaurus. Still limited to 1, unfortunately. You can ban shit in any dinosaurs from your graveyard, summon a dinosaur with a level from your deck equal to the amount of cards banished, including Miscellaneousaurus. 1 Kaidoterra. Just during the main phase, you can search polymerization, so you can fuse into Horn Source. Next up, 1 Petite Pteranodon. If it's destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon a level 5 or higher dinosaur from your deck. Next up, Pop the Baby, 2 Baby Ceratosaurus. Obviously, you destroy it, you can special summon a level 4 or lower dinosaur from your deck. Classic. Next up, we have 2 Animadorn Archosaur. You can destroy a dinosaur on your hand or field on normal summon to search a pill spell. Yes. Evolution pill spell. Or a reptile, sea serpent, or winged beast monster with the same level, but we don't play any of those. Next up is the Scrap Engine, the main deck one, the Scrap Chimera. Cannot be used as sync material, except for the synchro summon of the Scrap Monster. We don't care about that. When it's normal summoning, target Scrap Monster in your graveyard, so summon it. Next up, 2 Scrap Raptor. You basically just destroy itself to add Scrap Chimera. But yeah, it can also destroy other monsters, so it's useful. Next up is the 1 Lost World. Crazy field spell. All non-dinosaurs lose 500 attack, so your other monsters will be hindered by this effect, and if a dinosaur type monster is almost special summon, you can special summon 1 Dreg token to your opponent's field in defense position. While your opponent controls a token, they cannot target monsters on the field with card effects except tokens once per turn. If a normal monsters in the field will be destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy that many type of monsters in your hand, or dinosaur type monsters in your hand or deck instead. It's crazy. It's very good. Next up is 3 Fossil Dig. It's like a better Rhoda. You can add a level 6 or lower dinosaur type monster from your deck to your hand. Not once per turn. It's basically Rhoda. One double evolution pill, banish a dinosaur and a non-dinosaur. Summon a level 7 or higher dinosaur monster from your hand or deck, ignoring summoning conditions. Meaning you can summon Ultimate Conductor, Tyranno, Transcendosaurus, Meteor, Mediasaurus without having to do all that. Next up is the one polymerization, searchable off Kaidotera. In rounding off the spells is one terraforming to search Lost World. We're only running one dinosaur trap in the deck, and that's Fossil Excavation. It's reborn. It can help. You only got to discard a card. Alright, non-engine time. Generic, swap it out for whatever your locals is or whatever your friend group plays, but I'm playing generic non-engine, so 3 Ash. Like I said, generic. Contrary to popular beliefs, it's not very good in all situations. Like I said, I just run generic. These are the flex spots. 1 Feather Duster and 2 Raigeki, board breakers. And to round off the main deck, 3 Impermanents. Now, for the extra deck, you're running 1 Scrap Wyvern, that's the end of your Scrap Engine. 1 Horned Saurus, so this is a fusion you can make with Kaidotera. Or if you have different materials, a dinosaur and a normal Transcendosaurus, Giganta. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce these. By the way, Scrap Wyvern just lets you reborn the scrap, extra material. Forgot to say that. Horned Saurus can attack directly the turn it was summoned. And you can place a field spell, so it's another way to get to Lost World. Let's see, I'm reading this card for like the first time. I'm sorry, I like dinosaurs. I'm not too familiar with it though. Yes. Okay, so in this thing summon, you can add dinosaur from your graveyard to your hand. You can target 2 cards you control, one you control, or you can target 2 cards, one you control, one your opponent controls, destroy it. And if it's destroyed, you can shuffle a dinosaur normal monster from the graveyard into the deck and summon it again. The synchro I was talking about, it's got the same shuffle effect, but it prevents your dinosaurs from being destroyed by battle or card effects when it first comes out, and if you reborn it off its own effect, it prevents them from being targeted. So this is the only thing that can be targeted. Also, this deck's relatively cheap with just the dinosaur, so no problem with that. 2 Grinosaurus Giga Cannon. You just play this so you can go into Zeus, really. But it says, when your dinosaur monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can attach 1 material, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. Then this card gains 1,000 attack permanently. If this XZ summon card is destroyed, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it, and you do inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. Hard once per turn on both those effects. Next up for the last dinosaurs in the extra deck is 2 Transcendosaurus Exoraptor. 2+ dinosaur monsters, but it's got to include a level 6 or higher monster. If this card is special summon, you can special summon 1 dinosaur monster from your hand. If a face-up dinosaur monster this card points to is destroyed by battle or sent to the graveyard, you can draw a card. If this card is destroyed, you can shuffle 1 normal monster from the graveyard into your deck, then you can special summon it, hard once per turn. Next up is the 2 Nightmares in the deck, Unicorn and Phoenix. I'm pretty sure you can get Unicorn for cheap. This Phoenix is like, not even $1, I think. Last time I checked. But yeah, these 2, you can get these 2 relatively cheap. Phoenix discards to destroy back row. Unicorn discards to shuffle a card into the deck, any of them. Use IP to go into IP's cheap. It got reprinted in Rarity Collection 2. I'll just read it. I'm pretty sure everybody knows it. During your opponent's main phase, you can quick effect immediately after it resolves. Link summon 1 link monster using materials you control, including this card. You can only use it once per turn. A link monster summoned with this card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So it's good for cards like Boral Sword. I prefer Boral Sword over Access Code right now. A, I like its design better. B, access code requires a link to really gain attack, and this deck's more about going to a dinosaur, so if you have the chance to go into a battle, you go into Boral Sword. Play 1 Underworld Goddess, removal, towers, almost, unless the card targets it, it's immune, negates all your opponent's already activated effects when summoned. Appaloosa Monster Negate. The final card, which is the only really expensive card in this deck, if you don't rarity bump Zeus. Zeus, you make it on top of that rank 4 dinosaur. You know what Zeus does: detach a material or 2 materials, wipe the field. Yeah. So, I mean, I think this deck's all right. If you're looking for budget options, definitely rarity bump down the Nightmare Unicorn. I just pulled that out of a pack. Underworld Goddess got reprinted, so you don't have to play Prismatic. I just got traded to me. Zeus is going to be your expensive card. It's still like $10 at the lowest rarity last time I checked. Imperm might be expensive. Feather Duster and Raigeki should be not very expensive. Ash, going to be a little bit. The dinosaurs, though, they're relatively cheap. So if you're looking for a deck and you don't care about hand traps, you play super casual, this is a pretty good deck for you. Unless you just play 3 structure decks. In that case, play Trap Tricks, Dark World, Crimson King. Alright, that's going to wrap it up.